You might remember that our bodies are not even. We often think that they should be, but of course we only have a heart on one side, which means our lungs are slightly different shapes. This lung is smaller to accommodate the heart. And so in all kinds of ways, our bodies are not balanced. We always favor one hand, whichever hand we write with, and all kinds of behaviors through the day. But today we're just going to see if we can ground down through the feet, see if we can learn to find that stability even when only one leg is on the ground. So you might like to have a chair close by, something you can lean on. None of the balances will be too complex. Let's start, as always, just by allowing our awareness to come into the body. You might like to just lift up the toes. Press through the heel, press through the ball of the feet, and then just slowly take one toe down at a time. And then you might just see if you can connect with each of those toes, connect with the inner arch of the foot, the outer arch. You might roll a little from side to side. You might find as you press down through the feet that your knees just bend a millimeter or two, just the tiniest little micro bend. Just notice that. And you might even notice your tailbone just tucks under a little so that the spine is long. We're looking for energy pushing down through the feet. Let's take our arms out to the side. We'll inhale, lift up, feel like we're lifting a heavy weight. Big breath in as we raise the arms up, turn the palms, empty out the lungs. And see if you can bring your attention into your own breath, turning the palms up as we breathe in. And we let it go. Everything's sinking down through the heels, whole body heavy. In this way, we just very slowly and subtly move energy away from thinking mind, away from problem-solving mind. Turn the palms up, push the energy down the body. Just let everything sink down. Let's take our hands to the body, maybe one to the heart, one to the belly. Just allow our breath to continue, bringing our attention to each breath. In practice today, we might just make an intention to be vulnerable, be receptive, to make mistakes. So often we can try and roll through life without making mistakes, but mistakes, of course, are how we learn, how we grow, how we learn to adapt and move. So you might be inviting in mistakes. Believe that we need to experience and experiment. This is how we learn and grow. As we feel into the next breath, you might be conscious of where it is in the body, maybe under the belly. And just see if you can give that breath all the time it needs to fully inhale. And then side out, let go. This feeling of carbon dioxide leaving the body, oxygen being welcomed into the body. Often with healing, we think we need to go backwards to become skinnier or fitter or something we used to have. But today we might just remind ourselves that healing can't go backwards, can't go back to the way things are. We come to the mat not for that, but to Instead, learn something new, learn to adapt, to bring our awareness into the body, into our breath. So we might ask ourselves, what are the opportunities of today's practice? Can we teach ourselves to be still, to allow our mind to settle, to notice a bit more, to focus? When you're ready, let's bring palms together at heart center. We'll take a big breath in together. As we exhale, push both hands out to the side, sink to the heels. Let's turn the palms up, bring the fingers together. We'll take a breath in again. As we exhale, turn the chin to the shoulder, side out. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Keep going in your own breath. Keeping the shoulders heavy, elbows heavy. Just turning the neck from side to side, pressing through the heels. And we'll meet back in the center, slowly bring the arms down. Let's take one hand in the opposite elbow. We'll take a breath in. As we lift the arms up, press through the heels, feel heavy through the body. Take a breath in here. As we exhale, drop the shoulders down, point the fingers up. Inhale, find the opposite elbow. Exhale, shoulders heavy. Sink through the heels. One more time. And side out. This time we'll draw the elbows back, come into a big W shape, open through the heart. And sigh out, turn the elbows into the body, palms face up. Shoulders heavy. Inhale, raise the elbows up. Feel the palms being tugged behind the body so the chest opens. And then exhale, draw the elbows in. One more time. And side out. And then shake it out. Might lift feet, roll through the wrists. Just shaking energy out. All right, let's roll our shoulders. You might like to take a big shrug with the shoulders right up to the ears and then let it go. One more time. Shake it out. Let's bring hands up to the shoulders, big circles. Come back the other direction. Let's take one arm up, one arm down, and we're just going to pulse behind the body. Keep pressing through the heels. Switch sides. And we'll shake it out again. This time we're going to take elbows behind the body, open the chest, and then cross over, maybe take a hold of the shoulder at the back. Inhale, open out. Exhale, wrap the arms around. Two more times. And give yourself a hug. Let's take one arm above the body, grab thumb with the opposite hand. We're going to draw that hand across the body. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, press through the feet, open through the side body. Inhale to grow tall, lifting up. Switch to the other side. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, let it go. One more time, reach up, neck long, side up. And let's come back to the center, let it go. We'll twist through the spine. Let's interlace our fingers in that claw sort of shape. One hand pulling into the other. Really feel like you're engaging all these muscles across the chest and shoulders. Take a breath in. As we exhale, turn and maybe look to the side. Keep pulling fingers into the opposite hand. Inhale back. Exhale, open out, twist through the spine. 2 more times each side. You might find as you inhale to the center and then exhale out that your spine twists a little further, maybe. One more time. And let it go. All right, let's take our hands down to the waist. We'll roll through the waist. You might even press the thumbs either side of the spine. And we're looking for the spot just above the base of our tailbone. Either side of the spine. This is a place called the Mingmen in Chinese medicine, some acupressure points where we hold our essence. Let's come back the other direction. And this is, I guess, the closest thing in Western medicine is this idea of genes, the essence that makes us what we are, handed down from our parents, from our early conditioning and life. And let's bring our hand into opposite elbow again. We're going to straighten one leg, press the heel into the mat. Keep the back straight as we drop the weight in the back of the body. Neck is long, keep the head up. Press through the heel, take a breath. And exhale to slowly come up. Let's bring that leg back. We'll take the opposite leg out. Straighten the leg, press through the heel. Drop the weight in the back of the body. Sit as heavy as you can. Take a breath. Side out as we slowly come up. We're going to step from side to side now. One hand is going to come to the back of our shoulder. The other hand is going to come under the armpit to the back of the shoulder. So we step out and then shift the weight to the other leg. Take your time to find the coordination for this one. And you might move with your own breath. Shifting weight from side to side. Always good to give ourselves a pat on the back. This way we just settle energy that might be stored in the body. It might be a muscle trigger point. It just needs a little bit of release to invite new chi, new oxygen to flow through the lines of the body. And we'll come back, we'll bring the legs together. Feet together, knees together, and just take some small circles. Cup the knees with your hands. Try both directions. You might even rub around the back of the knees. And slowly come up. Let's take our hands out for balance. You might like to grab a hold of a chair. We're just going to lift one heel up and roll through the ankle joint. Both directions. And then over to the other side. Both directions. And when you're ready, let's step out one leg, bend that knee. And again, you might like to just hang onto a chair or the wall. We're going to lift our back leg and just open out through the hip. You might like to drop the toes down for balance. And you might come back the other way. Keep the standing leg knee bent a little. Keep pressing through the toes, through the heel. And both rotations, externally rotating, internally rotating. And we'll step back and then shift to the other side. Step out, bend that knee, find your balance, raise the hip and open it out. Maybe come back the other direction. You might notice a few clicks or pops in the joint, that's all okay. Just energy flowing back where we need it to. All right, let's shake out arms, shake out legs. So today we're going to do just a couple of very simple forms. Let's start just by finding standing balance. Press down through the feet again. Allow the arms to hang by the side of the body. Shoulders are heavy. You might notice fingers are slightly apart. Maybe arms are just a little away from the body, hanging down. Tailbone tucks under so the whole spine is long from base of the tailbone to the back of the head. You might bring your chin in a little. Just feel this sense of straight line going from the back of the skull right down to the heels. Take a breath here. We're going to start our form by stepping out to the side. Let's take our left foot out to the side, just a little wider than shoulder width. We're going to take the arms out wide, turn to the left, look out to the left hand, and then we bring them into the center, sigh out, sink down. Then we take the arms wide again. This time we look back towards the right leg. We're going to shift our weight to the right foot, come back to the center, and then sigh it out. Now we shift to the other side. We step out, right foot this time. Look to the right. Arms come wide in front of the body. We sigh it out, sink down. Arms come up again. This time we look back to the left. Shift our weight to the left leg. We step back, find our balance. Sigh it out. I know this can be a bit confusing mirroring, looking at someone doing the opposite side, so you might just find your own way to do this, maybe following the verbal cues or whatever works for you. Let's step left foot out wide. We inhale, look to the left, take the arms wide, big breath in, draw the arms to the front, sigh out, sink down. Inhale, look back to the right. Big breath in, we shift our weight back to the right leg. Step out, sink down. Right leg steps out. Inhale, look to the right. Take the arms in front of the body. Exhale down. Inhale, look to the left. We're shifting our weight back to the center. And we sigh out to step back and sink down. Just see if you can find your own flow here. Step out to the left. Inhale, arms wide. Take a big breath in. Side out. Arms heavy. Inhale, wide again. Shift the weight to the right foot. Exhale, step back, sink down. Step out to the right. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale to lift up, look back. Shift the weight to the left leg. And we exhale, sinking down. Take a rest for a minute. Just allow shoulders to be heavy. Take a note of how your energy feels right now. Just this simple act of shifting our balance from side to side helps shift our energy, our attention, our focus. And we might just take a little bit of our attention this time, not just to our feet, but to our Laogan point. Curl in the biggest finger in your hand right to the middle of the palm. This is our Laogan point, 8th point on our pericardium meridian. And this is where it's believed we draw our energy from the earth in. So we always in this form have our palms face down. We're drawing energy and stability from the earth. This is an earth element form. Let's have another try again. This time stepping out to the left. Look out to the left. Arms come wide. Deep breath in, side out, sink down. You might bring attention right in the middle of the palm. Inhaling, arms come back up. And then we step and shift our weight, side out. Right leg steps out. Inhale, look out, arms lift up. Side out, sink down, heels heavy. Inhale to look back towards the left leg. Shift the weight to the left leg. And we step back, sink down. Let's do one more time. Left leg steps out. Inhale, lift up. Take that big breath in. Sink down, elbows guide the palms down. Inhale, back up. Shifting the weight to the right leg. Stepping back. Step out, right leg. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, look back, shift the weight to the left. And we step back. Just allow attention to come back to mid part of the body, this idea of our dantian, where our essential energy is stored. You might just take a moment to notice how you feel, notice this sense of aliveness, flow, chi in our body. Might bring attention back to the breath, each in-breath, each out-breath. This is how we train our mind to be still, so it's not always thinking, planning, fixing, controlling. Just teach it to be here and now, in this moment. And then we can take this energy of mindfulness out into whatever we do throughout the day. moving away from distraction, moving towards focus and presence. Let's step our feet out to shoulder width apart. We're going to do the dragon form. We start with taking the right hand over the left, palms facing in towards each other, center line of the body. Press down through the heels. You might feel that little micro bend in the knees. Shoulders are heavy, elbows are heavy, neck is long. This back way point on the crown of your head, feel it lift up. Feel like the spine is lifting up as the heels are pressing down. Energy is moving in both directions. All our focus is on the center line of the body, this area in between the palms. You might start to feel as you breathe in that the palms extend a little further away from each other. And then as you exhale, you might feel them come in a little. Breath expanding beyond our body. So we're going to do the dragon form, and this is that form where we turn behind the body. So you might just like to watch once before you do it yourself, because looking away from the screen makes it a little tricky. So we start by taking a breath in, shifting our weight to the right foot. Come onto the ball of your left foot, so you're raising the heel of the left foot. Big breath in. As we exhale, we step out, sweep the lower hand behind the body. Right hand comes over the head. So we take the shape of the dragon, side out. We inhale to swing the hands back to the front, shift the weight back to the right foot, and we step back. Left hand is now on top, right hand underneath. Bring attention back to the center line of the body. Take a breath in. All the attention goes to our left foot this time. Our right heel raises up. We step out, sweep the lower hand out. Don't worry too much what your arms are doing. Just feel that twist through the spine. Inhale back to the center. We shift the weight to the left leg. And we step back, now the right hand is on top. Side out, let it go. Let's take another breath here. Breathing in, we shift the weight to the right leg, lift the left heel up. As we exhale, step out, sweep the hand behind. Inhale, roll back to the front. Shift the weight to the right leg. Side out, sink down. Left hand on top. Inhale, bring attention to the left foot. Right heel raises up. Exhale, step out. Find your dragon, sweeping the arm behind. Maybe we twist a little further. Inhale, slowly come back to the center. Right hand comes on top, step down, side out. Inhale. Left heel rises up. Exhale, step out. Inhale, back to the center. Step down, let it go, sink down. One more. Inhaling back to the center. And we exhale, both legs down this time, both arms down. Let's bring our palms to the lower belly, the dantian. Come back to this idea of stillness, training our mind to be still, to be focused. Whatever is present in our consciousness, in our thoughts, in our emotions, just notice it, allow it to be there. Maybe as we take our next breath, we can bring our attention to the top of the breath. Just pause a moment before we sigh it out. Just bringing some space in between our thoughts and between our emotions. This idea of not trying to control our thoughts, just stopping our thoughts controlling us. So we're not just driven by reaction, by circumstance. We create some space, find some room, learn something new. Final form today, let's bring attention back to the heels. And this is so simple, but take your time with it. Side out to begin. Take the arms wide, roll the wrists around. As the palms come in front, inhale to draw energy into the body. Side out as they rest on the belly. Take a breath again. Exhale, take the arms wide, roll the wrists over. Inhale, draw energy in. Side out. Heels stay heavy through the whole movement. Inhale. Exhale. Palms behind the body. Roll around. Inhale, draw everything in. Exhale out. Take a breath in. Exhale, palms come side body. Inhale, draw everything in. And we exhale, let it go. Let's bring just fingers and tap across the chest. We'll open down one arm, just tapping down that arm. Turn the palms over. Back of the shoulders, back of the neck. Tap across the chest. Open down the other side. Back of the shoulder, back of the neck. Let's tap down the front of the chest. We'll bring the hands around to the lumbar spine. You might just like to rub around the kidneys. And then we'll knock down the glutes, the outside of the hips, outside of the legs. Let's just let our head hang heavy. Might rub around the ankles, the back, the sides of the ankles. Take one more breath here. And then we'll slowly just peel the spine up, press through the feet, come back up to stand. Let's roll the shoulders one last time. And we'll bring our palms together, create a little bit of heat. Maybe bring them up to the face, sealing in learnings of the mat today. Let's bow to each other, acknowledging shared energy of practicing today.